is Paige, and I'm 28 years old. I married Caleb, who's the same age as me, 2 years ago. We both work at Happy Company now. Actually, Caleb is the son of the CEO, and I joined the company after we got married. Work keeps me super busy, and I'm often away on business trips. I always thought we'd have 2 kids after getting married, but the timing's never been right. Lately, though, kids are the last thing on my mind. Things between us have been tense, and we've been arguing constantly over the smallest things. There was even a time when we nearly got divorced. His parents stepped in and helped us patch things up, and at the time, I really didn't want to give up on the marriage so easily. We had promised each other forever, after all. But after Caleb realized I didn't actually want a divorce, he started acting really entitled. Most of the time, I just let it slide, but this day was different. It happened while I was getting ready for a business trip. Caleb, clearly in a bad mood, started complaining.
Oh, great, another vacation?
It's not a vacation, it's a business trip. He always tries to twist it into some kind of pleasure trip and complains every single time.
Must be nice just ditching your responsibilities at home to go sightseeing.
I told you, it's work. I don't even want to go.
Yeah, right. You just leave everything to me while you go off and relax. Maybe I should take a business trip too sometime, huh?
Excuse me? Does this guy seriously not know the difference between a business trip and a vacation? And what's with this leaving everything to me nonsense? He's never once helped with anything when I'm away. He lets the laundry pile up, orders delivery, or eats out, and leaves the dishes stacked in the sink. He even buys disposable cups just in case there aren't any clean ones left. This man does nothing around the house. Actually, that's what nearly ended our marriage. Even though we both work full-time, he refuses to lift a finger around the house, and on top of that, he acts like some old-fashioned controlling husband.
Come on, the future company president's wife doesn't need to go on business trips. You should be calm and composed like me, or the employees won't respect you.
And how many times have I told you that because I'm the future president's wife, I need to meet with all these clients and partners? 1,000,000 times, maybe?
1,000,000? More like 100, tops.
Ugh, if you've heard it 100 times already, then maybe try understanding it for once.
Look, the only reason we live like this is because I'm the CEO's son!
Excuse me? What are you talking about? The company runs well thanks to the employees who work hard every day, not just the management. And in a marriage, both partners should support each other. It's not about who owes who. Also, if you're the CEO's son, maybe try working a bit harder. You push overtime onto others, refuse difficult tasks, and all you do is complain. I have to go on business trips once a month just to cover for you. Apparently, my answer didn't sit well with him.
What the hell? You're only working at my dad's company because of me! Without my help, there's no way you'd have gotten into an elite company like Happy Company!
Well, maybe that's true, but...
Anyway, it's a problem for me if your work starts messing with my life! Cancel the trip! The laundry piles up, cooking is a hassle, and who's supposed to wake me up in the morning if you're not here?
Like I care. His mom must have seriously spoiled him. Not only does he do zero housework, but he also can't even wake up by himself, even with an alarm. When I'm away, he's always late because he oversleeps. I've even tried giving him wake-up calls, but he sleeps right through them. He claims it's about housework, but honestly, he just hates my business trips because there's no one to wake him up in the morning.
I'm the future CEO! Imagine how pathetic it looks if I show up late!
Seriously, 28 years old and can't wake up on his own. How embarrassing. Before we got married, his mom used to wake him up every morning. Can you believe that? Fine, I'll just tell them I can't go on business trips because my husband can't wake up by himself.
What? Hey, don't say something so lame! Just say that the future CEO's wife shouldn't be traveling!
Excuse me? What kind of nonsense is that? Business trips are an important part of my job, and for the record, I'm not the CEO's wife yet. Even a CEO has to do their job properly.
Come on, just let someone else handle it. It doesn't have to be you.
Ugh, so annoying. I was seriously getting fed up with how my husband just refused to understand, no matter how many times I explained.
Which is more important to you, me or your job?
Ugh, here we go again with the drama. What a pain. If I say my job, that might actually be a problem. I'm working hard to meet expectations because it's your father's company. Whew, nice dodge, even if I say so myself.
Expectations? No one's expecting anything from you!
What?
You're just being dumped with grunt work like business trips. Don't flatter yourself.
You don't have to put it like that. I know I'm still at the bottom of the ladder. It's only been 2 years since I joined, but I've been trying so hard not to be treated like that.
If you go on this business trip, I'm divorcing you!
What?
I'm serious, and don't think crying like last time will stop me. I won't forgive you again.
Oh, come on. Don't throw the word divorce around so lightly. I can't just suddenly say I'm not going on the trip.
So you're choosing work over me?
It's your father's company. Seriously, what a spoiled brat.
Whatever. I get it, Paige.
No, you don't. Not even a little. With that, Caleb rolled over and pouted himself to sleep. Well, I figured he'd probably forget all about it the next day. Sure enough, the next morning, I woke him up like usual and left the house first. He sat there eating the breakfast I'd made in silence, and seeing that, I figured, yep, he forgot, and so I headed off on my week-long business trip. A week later, I was exhausted from all the traveling, but just thinking about all the chores waiting for me at home made me even more tired. When I'm away, he always leaves clothes all over the place, piles dirty dishes in the sink, and scatters snack wrappers everywhere. This trip was a bit longer than usual, so I was honestly a little worried. I'm home. As I stepped into the house, no way. I was so shocked. I couldn't even speak. The living room was spotless. It was the cleanest I'd ever seen it. For a moment, I felt relieved, thinking maybe my husband had finally understood. But then I noticed a piece of paper on the table. What's this? It was a divorce paper, and sure enough, the section for the husband's signature was already filled in and stamped. Next to it was a handwritten note. I'm going back to my parents' place. I'm divorcing you. Fill this out and submit it. No wonder he hadn't been answering his phone. Well, if that's how you want to play it. Just as I was thinking that, the phone rang. It was Caleb.
Did you fill out the divorce papers yet?
Caleb, do you really want a divorce?
What? You're gonna start crying again about how you don't want to get divorced? If you swear you'll never neglect the house again, stop going on business trips, and take full responsibility for waking me up every morning, maybe I'll consider forgiving you.
Forgive me? He actually thinks he's worth that much?
Now hurry up and come apologize.
Caleb hung up the phone. Apologize, huh? I rushed out of the house, not to his parents' place, but to City Hall. He did say to submit the divorce papers, so I figured I should follow through, skipping all the way there. He told me to do it, so I did, and just like that, it was officially processed. I was free. He wanted the divorce, so he should be happy now, right? 3 hours later, my ex-husband started calling me like crazy. I ignored him, but eventually he came back with a bonus guest.
Paige, how long are you gonna keep us waiting? Poor Caleb is tired of waiting for you.
The bonus guest was his mom. As a wife, you shouldn't be out messing around. Take care of your husband. I'm not your son's wife anymore, though.
You're so stubborn. But hey, if you apologize, I might forgive you this once.
Forgive me? His self-esteem is seriously inflated. He really believes I'm desperate to stay married to him. What a naive little boy. I don't need your forgiveness, thanks.
Huh?
I have no intention of apologizing.
What? Are you seriously okay with a divorce?
We're already divorced. Yeah, and honestly, you're the one who's going to have a hard time with this Paige. You're fine losing the title of future company president's wife.
If you divorce me, you won't be able to survive!
You sure about that? Maybe it's time to tell this overly close mother and son duo the truth. Oh my, you're the one who told me to fill out the divorce papers and submit them, right? When I asked if you really wanted a divorce, you said yes.
What?
Just as you requested, I submitted the papers earlier, and they've been officially processed. I'm no longer your wife or your daughter-in-law.
What?
What? Thanks for reacting exactly how I thought you would.
What are you talking about? That can't be true! There's no way you could have actually gone through with it!
Oh, I figured you'd say that. That's why I went ahead and got an official certificate of legal capacity to marry. You know, proof I'm legally single now. Then I handed them the certificate I paid $3 for. With that in their hands, there was no denying it.
What is this?
You made Caleb a divorcee? How dare you do this to the future president? I won't allow this. Take it back! Wow, weren't you all for the divorce just a second ago? Oh wait, not anymore, huh? Ma'am? Ma'am? Well, we're strangers now, so I can't exactly call you mother-in-law, can I? Too bad, ma'am. Once a divorce is officially submitted and processed, it can't be taken back, and Caleb clearly had the intention to divorce. He wrote down the correct name, address, even stamped it himself, and left a note telling me to submit it. On top of that, he said very clearly on the phone that he wanted a divorce. So, with mutual consent, the divorce has been finalized, and even if we could undo it, I have no intention of doing so.
You've gotta be kidding me! I never really wanted a divorce!
Oh, is that so? What a surprise. Yeah, right. I knew it was just an empty threat from the beginning. I had long since lost any love I had for Caleb. That divorce paper felt like the best gift I'd received in a long time.
You were supposed to cry, beg me not to leave, say you'll give up your business trips, and promise to take care of me again!
As if that's ever gonna happen. The only tears I shed were tears of joy over how easy the divorce process was.
What did you just say?
Every time I had to beg you just to go on a business trip, wake your lazy butt up every morning, do all the housework and my own job too, it was nothing but a burden. Marriage is supposed to be about mutual support, but all you ever did was take. Remember, I was your wife, not your mom. Exactly! I'm his mom! Oh, trust me, I know.
You sure about this? If you get divorced, you'll be fired from the company too!
Get divorced? Sweetie, we already are. And don't worry. Right after I submitted the divorce papers, I called the president and told him I'd be resigning myself.
What?
But, you know, there's been one small problem. Ding dong! Right on cue, the doorbell rang. Standing there was none other than Caleb's father, the president of Happy Company. I guess he couldn't sort things out over the phone, so he came in person.
Hey, Dad, Paige submitted the divorce papers without my permission!
Wow, look at him playing the victim.
Who prepared the divorce papers? Who filled them out? Who stamped them? That was...
Caleb might be a spoiled baby to his mom, but when it comes to his dad, he's totally spineless.
But Dad, she's divorced me, so she should be fired, right? You have to make sure she can't get a job at any other company either. Right. I should fire someone immediately. Exactly! Though honestly, I doubt anyone else would want to hire that person anyway. Exactly! So, as of today, you're fired, Caleb! Right. Wait, what?
Thanks for the perfect reaction. Again. What are you saying, honey?
Caleb, you've never contributed anything meaningful to the company, and yet your attitude was bigger than your results. You were constantly talked about in the worst way. Huh? Why me? I'm your only son. I'm supposed to be the next CEO. That was the plan, but frankly, I'm deeply disappointed in your performance. If there's one thing you did right, it was marrying someone who actually can work. Wait, what?
Pretty sure he means me.
Huh? You were so hopeless that, out of desperation, I decided to bring Paige into the company. To my surprise, she ended up being extremely well received by the staff. She closes one deal after another. Her work is fast and meticulous, and several big clients only trusted us because Paige was involved. So, I apologize for constantly sending you on business trips, Paige.
That's part of the job. No problem.
What? I thought she was just being used for grunt work because she was low level. What nonsense are you spouting? Only those who are truly capable are sent to deal with important clients. Haven't you realized that the reason you're never chosen for business trips is because your rude behavior could damage the company?
Oh? Wait, did he seriously never realize that?
What? No, that's not! Paige has become an indispensable part of this company. After the divorce, she said she wanted to resign, so I asked her to stay. I promised her you'd be fired and banned from coming near the company.
What? Then what's Caleb supposed to do? If he doesn't have a job, how is he supposed to survive?
Well, considering he always oversleeps and his attitude is terrible, I doubt any company would be willing to hire him. So, Paige, would you consider continuing with us as a candidate for the next company president? Next president?
Next president? Ah, thank you both for those perfect reactions. Right on cue. When I said I wanted to quit, the president even talked about me becoming the next company president. The shocked looks on their faces. No wonder they're father and son, so alike.
Why? Paige filed the divorce papers on her own, so she's no longer your daughter-in-law or anything!
That's right! How could you even consider a woman like her as a candidate?
A woman like her?
What?
What are you saying without knowing Paige's work? But our company has other talented employees, but none are as capable as Paige to be entrusted as the next president. I originally wanted to pass it to my son, but thanks to someone, he's grown into a spoiled man-child.
You're blaming me? Exactly. Ugh, whatever. Fine. Caleb, get divorced and come back. Mom will wake you up every day and help you find a job.
Yeah!
Ugh, what an ugly kind of family love.
Coming back? If you come back to our home, it means divorce from you!
Huh? Oh, looks like another showdown.
I've been saying all along to toughen Caleb up, make him independent, but you spoiled him, and look what kind of man he's become!
Such a man. He's your son, too.
That's why I put him in the company and told his subordinates to be strict with him, but they completely underestimate him. Everyone's basically thrown in the towel.
That's true.
If you want to keep spoiling him, then live together. Divorce!
Divorce?
Mom, please don't get divorced!
Huh?
I can't do anything around the house, and I can't even wake up by myself in the morning. If I live alone, I can't work or survive.
Ugh, this isn't even something to be unsure about.
Mom, who do you care about more, me or Dad? Tell him you'll get divorced.
Ugh, seriously? Could he be any more selfish? Shut up! You want to live with your mom because you can't do housework? You need someone to wake you up or you can't go to work? How old do you think you are?
But...
Be quiet!
Dave!
Trying to force your parents to divorce just to cover for your own laziness? That's completely outrageous! And you, lady, considering divorcing your husband of decades just to keep spoiling your son? That's beyond ridiculous! But when I'm talking, you keep quiet and listen! Okay. You think you're helping your son, but all you're doing is raising a useless man. Come home and he'll wake you up every day. Even after his own father's company declared him incompetent, you still want to coddle him? If you don't draw a firm line, this guy is going to be half-baked no matter where he goes. Wake up already! Right!
What do you mean, right? Are you really going to abandon me, Mom?
Well, I mean, I'd be in trouble if we got divorced.
Mom! As a token of appreciation for bringing Paige into the company, we'll give you severance pay. Use that to start looking for a real job. Dad!
First, maybe use that severance to buy yourself, say, 10 alarm clocks.
Paige, don't leave me too!
After that, Caleb managed to find an apartment and started living on his own for the first time in his life. At first, it seemed like his parents' divorce had been avoided, but his mother started sneaking out to wake him up and do his chores behind the president's back. Once that got exposed, they ended up divorcing after all. Apparently, the two of them started living together, but Caleb struggled to find a stable job, couldn't hold down any part-time work, and quickly burned through his savings. Now they live day to day, just getting by. As for me, I'm thriving under the president, working full-time, and even managing a team now.
Ms. Paige, I finally started living on my own, but I'm kinda worried I won't wake up on time since I've always relied on my parents to wake me.
Oh wow! Wanting to become independent is such a great mindset. I'll get you an alarm clock as a housewarming gift.
Nah, I'm good. I use my phone's alarm. I've been avoiding screens before bed and making sure to get in bed by 10 p.m. to improve my sleep quality. Works like a charm.
Nice! Hey guys, oversleeping can make people lose trust in you, so let's try our best not to sleep in, okay? My name is Paige. I'm 28 and work in an office. I've been married to Jeremy, who's the same age, and also a company employee for just 6 months. We currently live with his parents, my in-laws. Since Jeremy is an only child, it was expected that we'd eventually live with them, and when we talked about having kids, his mother, who's SAHM, offered to help with childcare. So I decided to take her up on it. Plus, living together helps us save on rent and household expenses. That said, it's not like we're just mooching off them. We give them $700 each month, and my husband and I are in charge of breakfast, laundry, and grocery shopping. Thankfully, his parents aren't the nosy type, so I wasn't too worried about living with them. I was a bit nervous about my mother-in-law at first, but she's always getting into new hobbies and doesn't really have time to bother with us, which was honestly a relief. Not long ago, she was all about knitting, bought a full set of supplies, and gave up in a week. Before that, it was French. She bought tons of materials and even joined a class, but quit after 2 sessions. Before that, it was home gardening. Well, you can imagine how that went. Because she keeps jumping from one thing to another, the house is now overflowing with her stuff. And since she spends quite a bit of money on each new hobby, I've seen my father-in-law scolding her more than once. I was honestly getting sick of all the clutter, but one day, my mother-in-law got hooked on something completely unexpected. Hey, Paige, have you heard about decluttering? Decluttering? Honestly, that's the last thing I'd expect her to be into. But it turns out I was wrong. She held up a book excitedly titled, Declutter Your Life and Be Happy. A life full of stuff is nonsense. Simple living is the new trend. I see. Oh, great. Here we go again. Now it's decluttering, huh? And look, I bought a bunch of books on it. She began lining up a whole stack of decluttering books in front of me. I couldn't help but think, you're adding more stuff to just learn how to get rid of stuff? But yeah, she was really into it this time. I've packed some old clothes in bags and left them in the room. Can you take them out on the next collection day? Huh? Wait, did my mother-in-law, who could never throw anything away, actually pack stuff to get rid of? Half in disbelief, I went to check the room and there they were, 5 big bags full of clothes. You're really throwing all this away? Of course! The book said to toss anything that doesn't spark joy, so I just went for it. Yes, this place is finally going to get cleaned up. I happily agreed to take out the trash, and after that, my mother-in-law went full speed into decluttering the whole house. At first, it was great because she got rid of tons of her hoarded stuff, which honestly helped a lot. But after a week, she ran out of her own things to toss, and that's when the trouble started. She began decluttering everyone else's belongings without asking. A week later, Hey, Paige, I packed up more clothes. Can you throw these out next time, too? Huh? There's still more? Oh, yes, this time it's your father-in-law's clothes. Thanks. Wait, you're throwing out his stuff without asking? He's definitely going to flip out. Oh, don't be so uptight. If I asked about every little thing, nothing would ever get done. Oh no, this is going downhill fast. I nervously went to check the closet and found barely a few pieces of clothing left. What the hell? You cleared out everything! He's going to be furious! Oh, come on! The book says 3 outfits are all you need. Excuse me? 1 for work, 1 for daily wear, and 1 for sleeping. That's all anyone needs. That's not enough! He's going to have to wear the same shirt and suit to work every day. Oh, Paige, you're so old-fashioned. These days, minimalism is the way to live. Minimalism is one thing, but this is a bit much. She keeps saying, oh, come on, while tossing everything like it's no big deal. Is she okay? Still, even after tossing out so much, her remaining things just brought her down to a normal amount for most people, and yet she threw out more than half of my father-in-law's clothes. Honestly, none of them sparked joy, so I wanted to toss everything. Of course they didn't spark joy, they're not even yours. Anyway, just take care of it, okay? I really think we should ask your husband first. Oh, don't be silly. He won't even notice if a few things are missing. Yes, he will. Anyone would notice if their closet suddenly turned into a desert.
Hey, Paige, is she making you help with her decluttering again? Sorry about that.
Just then, my father-in-law happened to walk in. Oh, it's fine. I mean, please notice. Your clothes are about to disappear forever. Oh, you've always told me to tidy up the house, so aren't you happy it finally looks cleaner? Now, Paige, go ahead and throw those out. Come on, quickly now. But,
Huh? Hey, show me those bags.
Yes, he noticed. Even at that moment, my mother-in-law was still giving me that hurry up and toss them look, but there's no way I was going to do it.
Wait a minute, those aren't my clothes, are they?
They are! Thank goodness he figured it out! He opened one of the bags and let out a furious shout.
Are you trying to get rid of me? Even my suits, my socks, and my underwear?
He rushed to his closet and, seeing it nearly empty, started trembling in disbelief. And then, my mother-in-law dropped the biggest bomb of all. See, Paige, I told you! Wait, what? It was Paige who said, why not throw out your husband's clothes too? What? You're blaming this on me? I never said that.
Enough excuses, just put all my clothes back now!
What? Why am I the one getting yelled at? Geez, what a troublesome daughter-in-law. Well, don't worry, I'll put them back myself. You can go now, Paige. Just like that, I was kicked out of the room, completely blindsided by the false accusation. I wish it had ended there, but for some reason, my easily bored mother-in-law never gets tired of decluttering. The living room, which used to be overflowing with stuff, has now become almost completely empty. She started throwing things away on her own while we were at work. The only small relief is that she puts the things she wants to get rid of into bags, but doesn't actually take them out herself. At least that way I can check whether she's thrown away any of her own things without permission. My husband and father-in-law have told her not to throw things away without asking, but she just brushes it off with a yeah, and keeps doing it. We even put locks on the doors so she can't declutter when we're not home, but she still seems desperate to get rid of stuff. One day, on my day off, right after finishing lunch and doing the laundry, I went to our room, and to my shock, my mother-in-law had sneaked into our room and was rummaging through the closet. Mom? What are you doing? I never expected her to sneak in so quickly, and I had forgotten to lock the door. You sure keep a lot of stuff, don't you? Holding on to things you don't need lowers your luck. To raise your luck, you have to declutter. There's nothing I don't need, so no worries. I said, but as I was speaking, she kept throwing away my things without permission. Please stop already! I reached my limit. I confronted her, even ready to end our living arrangement if needed. Then she picked up an old, worn-out box. Oh, that's... Inside were some plates, and when she saw them, she smirked. How long are you planning to keep such old stuff? Holding on to things like this lowers your luck. You won't be able to have kids if you keep this up. What? Old dishes are useless, she said, forcefully tossing the plates she was holding into the bag. Crash! That sound told the sad fate of the plate. So cruel! With this, luck will finally come your way. I'll finally get to see my first grandchild. Luck will come my way? Seriously? She laughed loudly, as if she had done something great, but she clearly had no idea what those plates meant to me, and she was about to grab another one to throw into the bag. Please stop!
What's wrong, Paige? Are you okay?
Just then, my husband and father-in-law rushed in. Thank goodness, they saved me.
You! What are you doing?
This is... Oh! Startled, my mother-in-law accidentally dropped the plate she was holding with a crash.
What are you doing?
My hand slipped. Paige asked me to help with decluttering. She said she didn't want these old plates anymore, so it's no problem if they break, right? Right? She got really flustered and stared me down, trying to pressure me into going along with her story, but there was no way I was going to play along. I would never tell you to throw anything away. Paige, I just told you earlier. You said to throw away those plates because you don't use them anymore. I never said that. There's no way I'd ask her to throw them away, because those plates are worth $3,400 each. Huh?
$3,400 each?
Well, you broke 2 plates, so that's a total of $6,800. You don't think I'd tell you to throw away something so valuable, do you? See, these plates are precious vintage items worth $3,400 each. I'd never dream of throwing them out. There's no way those old plates are worth $6,800. You're trying to trick me, but it's not going to work.
Those plates were handed down from her grandmother and are very important to her, Mom.
Handed down? I never heard anything about that. Of course you didn't, because I've never told you about that. If I'd known those plates were so important, I never would have tossed them into a decluttering bag. Oh, you just admitted it. And anyway, if they're so valuable, why are you hiding them in the closet? I was hiding them so you wouldn't declutter them without permission. If those plates were really that valuable, I could have secretly sold them for some pocket money. You have to declutter or your luck will go down. The reason you can't have kids is because you're holding on to old plates like these. I don't care if they're worth $6,700. You should be grateful that I did you a favor by getting rid of them. Now I'll finally get to see my first grandchild. What? She just keeps saying whatever she wants. What do you mean you'll finally get to see your first grandchild? Even if we do have a child, you're the last person I'd ever let see their face or hear their voice. What? What are you talking about? I promised to help you raise the baby. There's no way I'm entrusting my child to someone like you. What? I was decluttering for your sake, for my poor son and his wife who, even after getting married, still don't have a child. It's your own fault. Keeping old, raggedy plates like that is why you can't conceive in the first place. Oh, give me a break! Ah!
Paige, go easy on her.
Oops, my bad.
Nah, someone had to finally put her in her place.
Honey?
It's one thing to declutter what's yours, but going through other people's things and destroying something Paige inherited from her grandmother? That's beyond repair. No amount of money can fix this. I'm truly sorry.
Father.
Dad.
Yes, the plates were expensive, but the real issue wasn't the money. It was the fact that something passed down from my beloved grandmother was destroyed. That's what made me furious, and my mother-in-law didn't understand that at all, which only made it worse. Fine, I'll pay $6,700. See? She doesn't get it, not even a little. To say you won't let me see my grandchild over some plates. What a petty, spiteful daughter-in-law you are! Honestly, I really wanted to declutter you, Paige, but whatever, I'm over it. Wait, what did she just say? Honestly, I thought I'd be able to show off my grandchild to my friends right after the wedding, but no, you only care about making money and clearly have no interest in having a baby, huh? You're useless! Why don't you just leave already? I'm glad I finally got to declutter my daughter-in-law too! Oh, is that so? Well, you know what? I'm feeling pretty refreshed myself, and while she keeps going on and on about decluttering, it seems like she still hasn't realized just how serious this situation is.
All right then. I'll leave right away. Wait, Jeremy, you don't need to go anywhere.
What? That's right! Jeremy should stay right here! It's enough if just the wife leaves, right?
Yeah, just the wife should leave.
Wait, what?
Dad? It's time I did some decluttering too. Honey, I want you to leave.
Huh? Telling your poor honey to Wait, what? Honey? What?
You've been blowing through your savings on hobbies and random stuff, never thinking about the future. Sure, decluttering the junk you bought on a whim is one thing, but tossing out my wife's priceless keepsake? That's completely unacceptable. I've had enough. You want to talk about decluttering your daughter-in-law? Fine, I'll declutter you.
What are you saying? I've never heard of anyone decluttering their wife. That's not what decluttering even means! Oh, isn't the rule that you throw out things that no longer spark joy? Well, yes, but in that case, it sounds like he is just following the rules of decluttering perfectly, doesn't it? You're not really going to throw me away, are you? This is a joke, right?
I don't joke!
Dear, if we get divorced, how am I supposed to live?
Not my problem.
No, darling! Honestly, she looked so pitiful at that point, I figured I'd throw her a little lifeline, just for fun. Well then, you're wondering how you'll survive from now on, right? Allow me to explain. What? First of all, I'll be filing a police report. A police report? You deliberately broke 2 of my precious plates, didn't you? That's considered property damage under the law. Under Japanese law, that's punishable by up to 3 years in prison or a fine of up to $2,000. It's a criminal act, plain and simple. And as for a settlement, well, you broke something worth $3,400 apiece, so that's $6,700 total. But since you're a reckless spender with no savings, I doubt you'll be able to compensate me. So yeah, settlement denied. What? Am I going to be arrested? Well, that's not for me to say. Now, as for what's going to happen next, if I file the police report, you'll be summoned for questioning. Oh, but before that, you'll need to finalize the divorce with your husband and move out of here. So that means you'll need to find a new place to live and a job immediately. Since you don't work, finding a place won't be easy, and while you're overwhelmed dealing with police interviews, you'll still need money to survive and, oops, looks like you might just borrow from some sketchy lender out of desperation. Yep, I can see that future plain as day. There's no way that's going to happen.
Then you better hurry up and start job and house hunting.
Dear! I thought you wanted to get away from me, remember? So, win-win, right? It's not a win at all! With that, I went straight to the police and filed the report. My mother-in-law spent hours being questioned and came out so mentally drained, she didn't even have the strength to fight the divorce. It was finalized right then and there. Later, she came to me head bowed, begging me to settle out of court. So we did, for a total of $13,400, including damages for the plates and emotional distress. Apparently, she borrowed the money from some shady place and now works a part-time job to pay it off. As for us, we're living peacefully in the family home, finally.
I don't think I'll wear this anymore.
Today, I was reorganizing my closet. Got it. Shall I take it to the recycling shop then?
Wait, you're not gonna throw it away?
Throwing away clothes that are still wearable? What a waste! Gotta recycle everything, and even the stuff that's not wearable anymore. If you sell it, you can make a little extra cash.
Wow, you're so on top of things. Wait, don't tell me you sold some of the stuff Mom asked you to hold on to instead of tossing it?
Maybe.
Classic Paige!
Even when I declutter, I never let anything go to waste. That's Paige's motto. I'm Paige, 30, a stay-at-home mom living with my husband Sean, who works for a well-known company, and our 2 daughters. Our eldest, Paula, is 4 and very responsible, while our younger daughter, Penelope, is 3 and still needs a bit more attention, but both are growing up so well, and I couldn't be happier as a mother. Once, we took the girls to a barbecue party hosted by Sean's company for employees and their families. Mommy, pick me up! Wait, Penelope, Mommy's peeling some vegetables right now. No, I want it now! Oh, Sean, sorry to bother you while you're talking to the manager, but could you come here? Mommy, I've got this. Penelope, look, I made a flower from a carrot peel. Here you go. Wow, thank you, Sissy. Good job, Paula. That's amazing.
Hey, honey, did you call me?
Oh, no, it's fine now.
I see. Oh, manager, let me introduce you. This is my wife, Paige. Nice to meet you. Wait a second, let me introduce my wife, too. Helen.
Yeah, wait, Paige? OMG, Helen? In fact, Helen was a classmate from junior high in Yokohama. I hadn't seen her since moving to Tokyo. Feeling the coincidence, we even talked about getting together with our families for dinner. I was happy about this nostalgic reunion, but from here, my happy life would start to fall apart. What? Another business trip this weekend?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Lately, your trips have really increased, haven't they? And we were supposed to go to the amusement park that day. What? We're not going to the amusement park?
Oh, sorry, Penelope. Daddy has to work.
I was looking forward to the amusement park too. What a shame. No, I hate you, Daddy! I'm still going on the Ferris wheel! Penelope, you shouldn't say you hate Daddy. Even so, I was starting to feel a little frustrated with Sean, who's been traveling so much lately and hardly spends time with the kids. But Sean is kind. He cleans the house on his own, and he keeps a detailed record of his allowance. He's incredibly meticulous and practically perfect. While many people struggle with completely irresponsible husbands, I couldn't bring myself to complain too much. Still, since Penelope wouldn't stop crying, I ended up taking the girls to the amusement park myself. I really wanted Sean to be there to help with 2 little kids, but I called my in-laws, who live a bit far away and love their grandkids, on a long shot. Wait, the amusement park? We're definitely going, yeah! Hey, honey, so, Paige, she's taking the kids this Sunday. Oh, and you're coming too, okay, great, we're looking forward to it. Having my in-laws come, that was such a huge help. One day, Sean was at work and Paula was at preschool. After lunch, while I was in the bathroom, Penelope disappeared from the living room. Fortunately, I found her quickly. She had gone into Sean's room and was playing on his computer keyboard. Hey, sweetie, you shouldn't go into Daddy's room without permission, I said. At that moment, she kicked over the trash bin under the desk, scattering its contents across the floor. Penelope, no! Help me clean this up. Sorry, Mommy. As we were putting the trash back into the bin, I noticed something strange. Among the usual receipts and slips of paper Sean keeps for his allowance record, there was one sealed black bag. Feeling curious, I opened it and found torn-up receipts from bullet train tickets. Suspicious, I carefully taped the pieces back together. When I checked the dates, one of them was from the day Sean said he was going on a business trip to Osaka, but the receipt showed the destination as Atami. Could it be an affair? Then I remembered the chat group from the recent barbecue with Helen, Sean, and Ryan. I gathered my courage and privately messaged Ryan. Is Sean on a business trip this weekend? He replied, business trip? No, why do you ask? That night, I confronted Sean, showing him the receipts. Hey, you said you went on a business trip to Osaka that day, right? The receipts were torn up and put in a black bag. Does that mean you put them in a bag so I wouldn't see them?
What? No, that's not it. Right. After drinking with some coworkers, I picked them up somewhere while I was drunk. I thought they were dirty and I didn't want to throw them directly in the trash, so I put them in a bag. The tearing, that just happened because I was drunk.
Such a weak excuse, and he didn't even go on a business trip. Since then, I became completely suspicious of Sean having an affair and started trying to gather evidence, but he's really meticulous. He's naturally organized. I searched his room thoroughly and found nothing that could prove an affair. Both his computer and phone were securely locked. I was wondering what to do next when, shortly after Sean left for work, I got a call from Ryan. I wondered why he was calling so early, and when I answered,
Actually, Helen has been acting strangely lately. Her style, her makeup, she's been a little flirty.
Helen? I wasn't sure what he was talking about.
Yes, the other day, Paige, you asked me about Sean's business trip. That was because you suspected he might be having an affair, right?
Well...
While texting with you, I started thinking maybe Helen is having an affair too. This morning, I got up before her and checked her phone. I found a video. I'm sending it to you now.
When I watched the video Ryan sent, it was enough to make me absolutely furious. Wow, what a beautiful and spacious hotel.
Hey, don't film this. If anyone finds out about us, we're screwed. Don't leave any record.
It's fine. I'll delete it later. Now link arms. We're a couple. Yay!
We're just having fun, right?
But you like me more than Paige, don't you?
Yeah, once you have kids, it's hard to see your wife as a woman. She's like a housekeeper. And the younger daughter is so sassy, it's annoying to deal with her.
Hey, let's get divorced and remarry each other.
Ah! No way! Being divorced looks bad!
Well, I can't get divorced either. Ryan has a good salary and looks decent, but he's boring, too serious, honestly dull.
Harsh! By the way, didn't you say in high school you stole all your friends' boyfriends? Such a bad girl!
Well, once I hit high school, I suddenly became popular. That's when my femme fatale side awakened. Even Sean fell head over heels for me. That's where the video ended. Naturally, my love for Sean disappeared instantly. I wanted to tear all of them apart.
So, that's what happened.
I see. Looks like you have to take action.
Right? And it seems this Sunday they're going to Kyoto. First class seats, all fancy. Helen had the tickets in her purse. She told me she was traveling with friends, but...
The moment I heard that, I had an idea, a brilliant idea. I thought of something amazing. Ryan, could you take a picture of that ticket and send it to me? All right, time to put the plan into action. On the day they were going to Kyoto, Sean left in the morning, and Paula, Penelope, and I waved goodbye with smiles.
Have fun at the amusement park. Be careful.
Yeah, you be careful too, Sean.
Even with my parents coming along, I'm sorry that I can't go with you.
It's fine. It's work. Have a good trip. Have a good trip, Daddy. Have a good trip, Daddy. 2 hours later, on the bullet train.
Hey, what about your husband? He hasn't figured out about us, right?
Don't worry. He's too oblivious. Then the announcement came that we were approaching Shinagawa Station. It was time to make my move. And yes, I was sitting right behind them.
You know, I think Paige has been suspicious of me lately.
Really? Don't worry. Anyway, it's a trip, so enjoy. A nice little trip together, huh?
Huh?
Huh? Sean and Helen turned to look at me as the bullet train stopped at Shinagawa. I'm going to give you two a bullet train revenge tour. Revenge tour? Helen's face went pale.
No! Wait, Paige! It's a misunderstanding!
Huh?
We just happened to meet. You think we're having an affair, right? No, that's impossible!
Right, I'm just on a trip with friends. Huh? So Sean changed out of his suit into casual clothes after leaving the house, pretending to go on a business trip?
And sitting together in first class is already a weak excuse!
What is Ryan even doing here? Then the bullet train started moving. Flustered as they were, they both stumbled into the aisle from the movement. Ryan sat next to me, glaring down at Helen lying on the floor, who was already drenched in sweat.
I hope you understand that compensation comes from both of you. And of course, Helen will be divorced. Don't you dare casually take videos with that stupid face of yours. Disgusting!
What videos? My phone?
Are you insane? Hey, Helen, you said you'd delete them!
But I forgot.
What are you going to do to me? That vulgar video? I plan to show it to your co-workers. Co-workers? Also, I've already sent it by text to your parents.
What? You can't just...
Oh, announcement! We're about to arrive at Shin Yokohama!
Just as Ryan said, the Shinkansen soon reached Shin Yokohama. Looking out the window, I saw a woman on the platform glaring at us with a bright red face. No, it can't be. Mom? Yes, Helen's family lives in Yokohama, and I had Ryan contact her mother to come. As the train doors opened, her mother stormed into the first-class car where we were, grabbed Helen, and dragged her out, yelling, "You idiot!" Wait, Mom! Please listen to me! She shouted while Ryan chuckled and followed them onto the platform. What Helen's mother did to her outside, it's far too terrifying to describe here. Let's just say Helen ended up completely humiliated, and Sean, watching the scene, was frozen in shock. Now then, I said, and Sean flinched.
What? What's going to happen to me?
Well, what do you think will happen?
I'm sorry about the affair, but I just needed to relieve the stress from daily life.
Huh? So betraying your family is okay if you need to relieve stress? Your own children, and you say it's too much trouble to deal with them? That's completely irresponsible. No matter the reason, having an affair is never acceptable. Sean fell silent, unable to argue. Then another announcement came over the train. Oh, looks like we're almost at Odawara Station. That's your hometown, right? When I said that, Sean's eyes went wide.
You actually told my mom and dad about this?
Of course! I even showed them the video. Your mother, who adores her grandchildren, saw you complaining that dealing with Penelope is too much trouble.
No way!
The bullet train arrived at Odawara Station. Through the window, we saw my mother-in-law standing on the platform, radiating a dark, menacing aura, slowly approaching the train.
Oh no!
By the way, my father-in-law was taking Paula and Penelope to the amusement park. I grabbed a resigned Sean by the arm, took his carry-on, and stepped onto the platform. Paige, I truly apologize for our fool of a son. Sean, are you ready? Huh?
Yes, I'm sorry!
You said such things to our sweet little Penelope, you useless fool. Come here. I'm going to give you a thorough lesson.
Ouch! Mom, it hurts! Let me go!
My mother-in-law grabbed Sean by the ear and dragged him down the station stairs. Afterwards, Sean, Helen, and Ryan all finalized their divorces. Both Ryan and I received proper compensation. I also received child support from Sean. Helen was abandoned by her relatives and family after Ryan showed them the video. She had no one to rely on and eventually started part-time jobs. Even working multiple jobs, she couldn't pay off her debts and ended up turning to loan sharks. Now she works around the clock in a factory she was referred to, living in a tiny shed infested with insects. As for Sean, my in-laws had him join a temple. He shaved his head and spent his days commuting between the temple and his company, but soon he resigned. Apparently, Ryan had shown the video to Sean's co-workers as promised, and it became unbearable for him. After quitting, through my in-laws' connections, he now trains at the temple while helping with farming. In fact, he's terrible at physical labor, so apparently he cries every day. I'm really glad they got the punishment they deserved. As for me, I moved back to my parents' house with the girls. Even without Sean around, they didn't seem to care at all. He never spent time playing with them anyway. I also returned to my old job, and my mother has been a huge help taking care of them. I still see my former in-laws occasionally. The other day, Oh, you too. Sorry, Penelope was fussy this morning, so we're a bit late meeting you. It's fine. Kids get fussy. That's part of life, you know. Paula, Penelope, today Grandma will buy you anything you want.
Yay! I want a body pillow! I want pudding. We'll eat it together.
Hey, girls, shouldn't you say thank you first? It's nothing, Paige. I feel bad about what happened before. This is all I can do. You're not at fault. Come on, let's go. Today we're going shopping together and having fun. I'm Paige, 30 years old. I work full-time, and on top of that, I'm handling all the housework as a part-time housewife. Work is going really well. Recently, both my salary and bonus have increased, but my personal life is an absolute disaster, and the root of all my problems is none other than my husband, Jacob, who's currently lying on the couch watching TV and picking his nose.
Paige, can you bring me the ear pick? Oh, and the remote? And the chips?
Here we go again, the usual do this, do that. Jeez, can't he do this stuff himself? Whatever, I'll just ignore it. After coming home from work and hurriedly preparing dinner, there's not a single ounce of appreciation from him. I really can't believe I married this guy. About a year after we got married, Jacob started becoming like this. It's gotten worse and worse recently. I knew he was a bit lazy to begin with, but he used to do more of his own stuff. When we bought the house, it was Jacob who wanted the single-family home, but halfway through the whole process, he started saying, "It's too much trouble, so you handle everything, Paige." A few months ago, he said, "It's too much trouble, so you manage all the living expenses. Just give me $550 a month as pocket money," and handed me his bank book. I seriously thought about spending all the money on my favorite pudding out of spite, but there wasn't enough to make it worth it. Oh, and there's one more thing. Jacob's salary has been decreasing every month. Apparently, he knows about it at work, but he doesn't seem to care at all. If my salary was low, what the heck would he have done? And then Jacob had the nerve to say,
Hey, I said bring it already. Wait, wow, you've really aged, huh?
Ugh, the nerve of this guy! So, yeah, I've secretly been thinking about divorcing him. I've already found a lawyer I plan to work with. Lately, Jacob has been dressing up and going out every weekend, and I definitely smell an affair. So, I recently hired a private investigator named Mr. Smith. He's a friend of my older brother from college, and supposedly super trustworthy. Once I get the results of the investigation from Mr. Smith, I'm kicking Jacob out of the house. This place is in my name, after all. Then one day, Mr. Smith contacted me and said he wanted to meet in person to go over the results. That weekend, as usual, Jacob went out somewhere. After he left, I headed to the cafe where I was meeting Mr. Smith.
Your husband's definitely cheating. Here are the photos we got of him caught in the act. The woman's name is Sarah. She's 21.
Jacob is 37, so she's more than a decade younger than him. No wonder he had the audacity to say I'd aged. That bastard. I'll never forgive him! As I was listening to Mr. Smith, burning with rage on the inside. Oh!
Oh!
Jacob walked into the cafe and sat down at the table right next to ours, and the young woman from the photos, Sarah, sat beside him.
Ooh, walking really tired me out, Jay.
Seriously? You're sitting at a table with seats facing each other. Why are you sitting next to each other like that? And then, right at that moment...
So, turns out you're cheating too, huh?
Jacob smirked and suddenly spoke to me. Huh?
What? Jay, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's my wife.
No way!
Yep, totally. She's cheating too.
Excuse me?
Huh?
What are you talking about? I'm not having an affair.
Then who the hell is that guy, huh?
Well, he's the private investigator I hired to look into your affair. That's who! But you know what? The investigation is done anyway, so maybe I'll just tell him everything now. That's what I thought, but Jacob had zero interest in hearing me out. He just kept running his mouth.
Oh, so that's why you were acting all weird today, asking me what time I'd be leaving and when I'd be back for once. You figured if you had your little fling while I was out, I wouldn't be able to ask you where you were going or who you were meeting. Clever, huh? Well, whatever. It works out perfectly anyway. Paige, I've found my soulmate. Let's get a divorce.
What? Soulmate? OMG, Jay! I can't believe you feel that way about me. I'm so happy.
Sarah squealed and pressed herself up against Jacob's arm, and Jacob was practically melting. Gross. At that point, I'd had enough. I was beyond done with these two clowns. While I was sitting there in stunned silence, Mr. Smith tried to speak up on my behalf, saying,
Wait, please. I just want to make it clear I don't have that kind of relationship with your wife.
But I stopped him. It's fine, really. Jacob, just like you said, let's get divorced. And you, lady, you can have him. I don't want him anymore. And with that, I walked out of the cafe with Mr. Smith by my side. Later that night, very late, Jacob came back to the house with Sarah in tow.
I'll grab my work stuff and the rest of my things, then I'm out of here. No worries, okay?
Wow, this house is so pretty. Jay, you must have worked really hard and made a lot of money to build a place like this.
I didn't want either of them stepping foot inside, so I made them wait at the entrance. I stuffed Jacob's things into a carry-on suitcase and tossed it right in front of them. Without much fuss, they took it and, just like Jacob said, made their grand exit. But then, the next Sunday... Ding dong! Huh? What the? Why is there a moving company at my door? On the intercom screen was a mover holding cardboard boxes, and then...
Hello, Mrs. Page.
It was Sarah, and then she said,
By the way, we're gonna need you to move out of this house, okay?
Excuse me?
Yeah, so Jay and I talked about it yesterday and decided we don't even want alimony or anything like that. Instead, we're just gonna take this house. Isn't that right, Jay?
Just then, Jacob's face popped into view on the intercom screen. Wait, what? Are you two out of your damn minds? And like I already told you, I'm not the one cheating here. I have zero obligation to pay either of you alimony.
Still with the lies, huh? Unreal!
It's not a lie! And how about a little warning before you show up with movers? What the hell is wrong with you?
Why should we bother calling you? That's so much effort.
And anyway, the landlord's been telling me to get out of my apartment. I haven't been able to pay rent. Oh, and didn't Jay pay more toward this house anyway? I mean, I heard you're just a part-time housewife or whatever. And come on, how much can a working wife like you really be making? Doesn't it make more sense for this to be Jay's house? You staying here all smug like you own the place. It's actually kind of weird.
You have got to be kidding me! You absolute pieces of... Ah! Fine then, if you want the house that badly, you can have it. But don't come crying to me later. You have no idea what you're getting into. As you can probably guess, these two idiots had no clue about the important details. Naturally, they ended up getting a huge dose of reality not long after. I could already see it coming from a mile away. So, without another word, I signed the house over to Jacob, packed my things, used some of my savings, and moved into a nice rental apartment. While I was gathering my belongings, I could overhear those two talking like this all giddy.
Yay! From now on, I get to live in this beautiful house and spend every day with Jay. I'm so happy.
That's right, honey. I'm gonna make you the happiest girl in the world forever!
Right. But not long after that, I got a call from Jacob exactly as I'd predicted. Ring ring. Hello?
You! What the hell is going on?
Oh, whatever do you mean?
The mortgage! What the hell is this bonus payment crap? I just found out and I'm barely making ends meet with my monthly salary as it is. How the hell am I supposed to pay over $1,400 in one go?
Yep, you see, the mortgage on that house was set up to include large bonus payments, timed to match my company's bonus schedule. They didn't know that. They also had no idea how much Jacob actually earned each month, because remember, he handed everything over to me, said it was too much trouble, and left me to handle everything. And now, that laziness finally came back to bite him hard. Huh? I did ask you at the time we bought the house, what do you think about setting up bonus payments? And you were picking your nose and watching TV and said, ugh, whatever, just do it how you want. Remember that, huh?
You little bitch!
Well, now that I don't have to deal with paying the mortgage anymore, I've decided to treat myself to a hot spring getaway with my next bonus. I already booked a gorgeous ryokan. I'm so excited. I never had time for things like that before, between work and house chores. But now that I'm free from the annoying husband who dumped everything on me, every day feels like paradise.
That's not the point! The mortgage was set up to match your bonus schedule! You have to take responsibility and pay it!
Excuse me? You two forced that house out of me, remember? It's your problem now, so deal with it yourselves.
I can't deal with it! That's why I'm calling you! This is the worst! I told my mom everything, hoping she'd help, and she totally lost it! She said I'm not welcome at home anymore!
Oh wow, cry me a river. And then, bam! Sarah jumped on the line.
You better figure something out fast! You cheated too, didn't you? You're not innocent in all this! Why should we be the only ones suffering, huh?
Excuse me? I've told you countless times, I never cheated.
Oh, please, still lying. Jay and I literally caught you in the act. We saw you with that guy.
That guy was the private investigator I hired to collect evidence of Jacob's affair.
What? Wait, what?
I said I wasn't cheating again and again, but neither of you would listen. So, just so you know, I'll be sending both of you a claim for damages soon. Look forward to it.
Damages? You mean like compensation? We're already drowning in mortgage payments, and now this? You've gotta be kidding me! Hey, Sarah, can I talk to her again for a sec, please?
And just like that, Jacob was back on the line.
I'm so sorry, Paige! I made it! I'm really, truly sorry!
Huh?
Please! You know I can't afford the bonus payments or the damages with my salary! You know that! Please forgive me! I mean, we were in love once, right? We were married! Doesn't that mean anything?
Oh, give me a break. This guy, does he really think I'd forgive him now just because it's convenient for him? Get real. And then I heard a ding-dong sound through the phone, someone ringing the doorbell on their end.
Please, Paige, I'm begging you. Huh? Sarah, who's that woman? Wait, she says she's your mother? What? She came here to say you've been having an affair? She's yelling at me saying, what the hell do you think you're doing with my daughter?
Ah, so Sarah's mom went there personally to confront them. Yeah, I may have asked Mr. Smith to find out her family's address, and I may have dropped by to say, "Hi, just so you know that your daughter's been having an affair with my husband." Apparently, Sarah's parents are divorced, and the reason? Her dad's cheating. Her mom, while bowing her head over and over, told me everything, with this dark, terrifying aura radiating off her. She was not going to let her daughter become that kind of woman. Then, all of a sudden, through the phone, I heard a huge commotion. Banging, crashing, shouting. Definitely not a calm situation.
Wait, what are you doing? Sarah, are you okay? Please, calm down, ma'am. Huh? You're saying don't call me ma'am, you disgusting, cheating scumbag? Please stop! Wait, what are you doing? Ah!
Through the phone, I could hear Jacob and Sarah screaming, her mother yelling furiously, and even the sound of glass shattering in the background. Yeah, definitely not the time for a chat anymore. I burst out laughing and quietly hung up the phone. Click. Not long after that, my divorce with Jacob was finalized, finally. Oh, and by the way, Sarah ended up blowing up at Jacob, screaming, "This is all your fault, you bastard!" And just like that, those two fell apart. So much for soulmates, huh? As for Jacob, well, to pay me the damages and to cover the bonus payments on the mortgage, he ran straight to a finance company begging for money. But even that wasn't enough. So what did he do? He started working a night shift job to try and scrape together more cash. Of course, with no sleep, he kept dozing off at his actual company during the day, and then, bam! One big screw-up too many. He was fired. Turns out, he'd been barely hanging on at work already, and now, in this tight job market, no one's willing to hire him. So he's stuck working 2 or 3 part-time jobs around the clock, barely sleeping, just trying to survive, and it's destroying him. He could sell the house and land, of course. That would bring in some money, but knowing him, he's probably too lazy to deal with the paperwork or even read the documents, so he just keeps dragging it out in misery. And Sarah, well, after the whole ordeal, her furious mother forced her into a Buddhist temple for training. After the spiritual rehab, she got a job at a factory. She's also working grueling shifts, barely sleeping, and the money she earns goes straight to me as part of the court-ordered compensation. Word is, life's so harsh for her now that she looks over 20 years older than she actually is. Both of them got exactly what they deserved. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better ending. So, as for me, life has been absolutely fantastic since Jacob disappeared from the picture. Work's going great, and that hot spring trip I took, totally amazing. Just what I needed. Oh, and the other day, my brother suddenly called me out to dinner at a restaurant he picked. When I got there, guess who I saw? Hey, Mr. Smith?
Oh, Paige, I was actually called here by your brother.
I'm here too, but has my brother arrived yet? When I texted him earlier, he said he was already here, but oh, I just got a message from him. It says, have a good talk alone with Smith. What's that about?
Ah, I see now. Looks like he's trying to be thoughtful.
Thoughtful? What do you mean?
Well, I'm not great with romance or anything, but actually this might be sudden, but Paige, I've kind of started to have feelings for you.
Feelings?
Yes. Since your divorce, are you seeing anyone else?
Huh? 1 year later, guess what? Mr. Smith and I are officially together. He's so kind, reliable, and unlike that certain someone, he knows how to lead and support me. My very own Brock. I never imagined that all this crazy drama would lead me to my true soulmate. Honestly, I owe those two a huge thanks.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!